Ooh. Welcome to the future of eye-searing brightness. I'm in front of the TCL 65C8K, and as you can deduce from the name, this is a 65-inch mini LED TV. So bright it makes the sun feel underdressed. We're talking 4,500 nits peak brightness, and if I get a snow scene right here, I might actually walk away with a tan. And the black levels, almost OLED tier. TCL packed in 1,680 local dimming zones behind the 4K QD Mini LED panel, and it shows. This display has other brands nervously checking their prices. TechManPat here, welcome, get comfortable, like and subscribe, and let me tell you about this majestic TV. Let's start with design, and the question you may ask is, how much design can actually go into a black box? Well, the C8K is seriously sleek. It's border-free vision, almost bezel-less. The silver trim feels premium, and the pedestal stand is solid without demanding a giant media unit. But when wall-mounted, it's even better. Yes, it's a little bit chunky from the side, and Mini LED does need the space at the moment, but it's the least chunky Mini LED I've ever tested. It's a little bit of a dad bod from the side and superhero from the front. Overall, TCL made this set look modern and high-end, finally catching up with the sleek designs of pricier brands. Now, Mini LED is the secret sauce behind the stunning picture on the TCL 65C8K. Unlike traditional LED TVs that use larger backlights with fewer zones, Mini LED uses thousands of tiny LEDs, literally miniaturized, to give you more control over where the light goes. And that's how the TCL fits 1,680 local dimming zones into this panel. Each zone can dim or brighten independently, which means deeper blacks on sides where it's supposed to be dark, and of course brighter highlights on areas that are brighter. And this reduces the blooming around those bright objects. It's like giving the TV a dimmer switch for every part of the screen. Compared to a standard LED, Mini LED massively boosts the contrasts while keeping brightness high, something OLED actually still struggles with. The result? Incredible HDR performance, sharper shadow details, and vibrant scenes that punch through even in bright rooms. And because these Mini LEDs sit behind a quantum dot layer, you also get bold, accurate colors without sacrificing brightness. It's a winning combo. And Mini LED brings you basically OLED-like contrast with LED level brightness. And TCL's implementation here is top tier. It's like looking through a window. And that brings me to contrast ratio, which is excellent, rated at 5,400 to 1 in native. And that means shadows are rich, highlights are detailed as mentioned, and everything in between looks cinematic. It's got that dynamic OLED feel, but with more punch because it is so much brighter. Then, color? It's gorgeous, thanks to that quantum dot technology. Colors are wide and vibrant, and out-of-the-box performance is impressive. Thanks to Dolby Vision IQ and TCL's AI PQ engine, adjusting to your room lighting automatically, I don't have to tweak with any of the settings. And HDR content in any format looks premium. This is one of those TVs that just gets it right. Skin tones, often a challenge for TVs. With this one, they look natural and realistic. I noticed this especially with faces in well-known shows, unlike some earlier TCL models that had a slight color cast. And this generation, well, it nails it. People don't look sunburned or ghostly. They look just right the way the camera captured them. The way I see it is the C8K's picture quality punches well above its price class. It's the kind of performance where you'd have to spend a lot more on, let's say, an OLED to compete. And even then, the C8K might hold its ground or even outshine. And I Ming literally outshine them in HDR, it's so bright. For a non-OLED, this is about as good as it gets for contrast and brightness in 2025. Speaking of fiddling with settings, gamers, take note. This TV is built for you. 4 HDMI 2.1 ports. That's rare. You can plug in your PS5, Xbox Series X, PC, and still have room for more. It supports 4K at 144 Hz, and it supports 288 Hz on the VRR variable refresh rate mode in 2K, delivering ultra smooth, tear-free motion for fast-paced content. If you're a PC gamer chasing frames, this is your playground. Though for console players, 4K at 120 Hz is smooth, crisp, and responsive. Spider-Man, Miles Morales in HDR with VRR? Perfection. Low input lag, zero screen tearing, just fluid action. It's also FreeSync Premium Pro certified, and it works seamlessly with AMD GPUs and of course Xbox. There is also a game bar overlay that provides FPS, VRR toggles. What makes HDR gaming shine here is that brightness. Flames, lasers, fireballs, they hit with force. Honestly, it feels like I upgraded my PS5 just by plugging it into this TV. So speaking of the features and software, this TV runs Google TV. So it's packed with pretty much everything you can expect. All the right apps, the recommendations, voice search, Netflix, YouTube, everything is here. And TCL's performance has improved massively. There's no crashes, it's got solid responsiveness, and even Wi-Fi 6. But if you scroll like a caffeinated raccoon, you might hit a hiccup. I found some lag spikes here and there, but let's say show to movie, it worked well enough. A far-field voice mix lets you say "Hey Google" without grabbing the remote, and it even supports Apple AirPlay and HomeKit. Yes, you do. And of course, streaming works great. I had no issues playing 4K Dolby Vision from Netflix or Apple TV+, and Dolby Atmos passed through over eARC without a hitch. And big Plex files? Well, I would suggest go and use the wide Ethernet port for best results. It's 1 gig, which is fantastic. Otherwise, wireless holds up surprisingly well everywhere else. And here's something awesome. TCL isn't picking sides in the HDR format wars. The C8K supports every major HDR format. That's HDR10, HLG, plus the premium formats such as HDR10 Plus and Dolby Vision IQ. In other words, no matter what you watch, be it Dolby Vision movies or Netflix or Apple TV Plus or even HDR10 Plus shows on Amazon Prime Video, this TV will play them in the best possible quality. Many big brand TVs make you choose, but here, TCL gives us both. Now, I watched The Mandalorian, again in Dolby Vision, and The Boys, great show by the way, in HDR10 Plus, and the C8K handled each beautifully, drawing out all the extra shadow detail and colors that these formats provide. And Dolby Vision IQ is especially neat. It uses a sensor to adjust the HDR picture for your room's lighting. So if you're in a very bright room, it will bump up the shadow detail, and then in a dark room, it will tone things down to avoid blowing out those highlights. The result? Consistently great HDR, whether it's day or night. And hey, let's not forget about the audio. It has come a long way, and TCL has previously gone as far as integrating full soundbars into some of their TVs. This time, they've teamed up with Bang & Olufsen for audio tuning, and surprisingly, it's actually good. 90-watt output, dual subs, and clear mids make it a legit step up from typical tinny TV sound. Dialogue is clear, action scenes have a bit of thump, and even music sounds really decent. It even does virtual Dolby Atmos, though no upfire on speakers, but it gives a decent Fox surround experience. In a medium-sized room, you could skip the soundbar altogether, and that's kind of rare to say for TVs. And Bluetooth 5.4 is there too, so you can throw in your headphones on for a silent late night session. Now, about the remote, it's fine, compact, voice enabled, and gets the job done, but TCL, where's the backlight? It's 2025. This TV glows like a lightsaber, and I can't see the volume button in the dark. At least it does support HDMI CEC. I can control my Apple TV with it, which also helps to ditch the other remote pile. So, final thoughts. the TCL 65C8K is the best bang for buck TV I've seen in a long time. On sale at the moment for just shy of 2,000 Australian dollaroos, it has near OLED black's wild brightness, full gaming features, and even solid audio. At this price, it embarrasses the premium brands. It's not perfect, the remote needs a glow up, the side profile is a bit chunky, and the software could be a hair faster. But those are nitpicks. This is a high performance, fun to use, genuinely exciting TV. If you want flagship tier image quality without dropping OLED money, the C8K is it. Whether you're gaming, watching HDR blockbusters, or just marathoning YouTube, this thing delivers. Big thanks to TCL for sponsoring this episode. If you want to check out the C8K for yourself, hit the links below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!